superpowers, rap 225,000 hours. Get a calculator, do the math. I made 1,000.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA Rookie Showcase, where we will see the top prospects competing for a top spot in the upcoming NBA Draft. This is Kevin Harlan alongside my friend Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg.
And Kevin, you know, this is a game I always look forward to. I mean, there's excitement and anticipation. There's such a great concentration of young talent. This really begins the process for these young men of kind of measuring themselves against the best players in the world. So I'm looking forward to it.
And keep in mind, guys, you know, scouts and GMs have watched these players all season long. So this game is very important, but it's really just one more piece of the puzzle.
And brought to you by State Farm, a chance here to look at the starting lineups. And guys, checking out Damian Lillard. What can we expect here?
You know, he might not have been the most recognized face in college basketball, but don't be fooled. Damian Lillard knows how to slither his way into the lane and get points. He led the nation in scoring for a reason. This guy can really play.
And even though, Steve, he's on the smaller end of the scale in terms of his size, he absorbs contact pretty well and has nice change of pace. He's going to surprise some people with how productive he is.
And there's the foul. It's on the Bulldozer. That is his first foul of the game.
And it's great to see all the best and the brightest young prospects in one place, going at it 5-on-5.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really gather from shooting drills and running through cones. Nothing beats the real thing, that's for sure.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist.
Wow.
And he slams it in one-handed.
Nasty, nasty. Whoa.
And that look right there on Clark says it all.
He's not alone, Kevin. I mean, that was just mean right there.
Freshman Michael Kidd Gilchrist, one more great prospect out of Kentucky, a tough 6'7" small forward. I love his athleticism, and his defense is terrific. The versatility he provides defensively, I think, really sets him apart.
You saw a lot of them last year, including the Final Four.
A bunch of them. And not much resistance on that jam.
Yeah, defensively, you're right, not a great sequence.
Well, they lost track of him, and they paid the price.
And there's the contact on the jam. He gets the whistle, but not the bucket, so 2 shots coming up for him. And GMs love what they saw from Michael Kidd Gilchrist at Kentucky. All energy on the court. Clark was just talking about that, Steve. What'd you see?
Well, he's one of those guys who can change the culture of your team because of his work ethic and that energy that you talked about, Kevin. Anytime you get a guy who works and runs hard, it really drags other players along with him. And so that's why so many teams are excited about this kid.
Now the Stars with it. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here we go. Here's the Bulldozer. The monster one-hand slam.
That's turning good defense into quick offense, Bud.
And that's the way to operate. Get up the court quickly. Don't waste any time. Whenever you have a chance to go fast.
So it's the Stars now. The Elites getting the bucket there. Lillard dishes to Beal. Robinson sets a screen for Beal. And that one's good.
And the word coming is this guy can flat out score.
Well, he's shown just that, putting points up in a hurry.
Dishes at the Barnes. Here's the Bulldozer. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. 5 on the clock. The Elites need to get off a shot. With 1 on the clock, Zeller grabs the board. Now, here's Lillard. Kicks it to Kidd Gilchrist. And a missed layup.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
To the paint. Ross kicks to Barnes. Shoots over Kidd Gilchrist. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
You know, you look at this young man, the physical tools clearly there, length, athleticism, he's got a nice package.
You know, so often for NBA decision makers, that's where it all starts. Some things you can teach, but those physical gifts are something you either have or you don't.
Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's some real stylish basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between two teammates.
Here's Lillard after the Elites pick up 2. And there's the foul. It's on the Bulldozer. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's already 2 fouls for him here in the first quarter. He's got to be careful.
Here's Beal. The feed to Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 6. The Stars need to get off a shot. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 7.
And, you know, when you talk about this showcase game, the question is always, how much should GMs weigh this single game versus a player's entire body of work?
And I've sat in that chair, Clark, and I think the entire body of work is important. You can't, as a scout or GM, you can't let one game really determine your opinion of a player.
So it's the Stars now. The Elites getting the bucket there.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
Waiters, he's checked in for the Bulldozer. Leonard. Here's the Bulldozer. Drills it from outside. He's got 9.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
The Stars with the lead. Rivers passes to Beal. Beal gets a screen from Zeller. Beal can't get it to go.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you... Unbelievable.
How did he do that?
Kevin, he's one of the best finishers we've got in this league. I mean, he rarely misses an opportunity to score inside when he has position.
And also, Steve, I think he's the definition of a lockdown defender. It doesn't matter what style of player he's up against. He can handle just about anything that's thrown at him.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Now here's Rivers. D right on him. It's blocked.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, you sure are. And if you want to be seen by an NBA front office, this is the place to be. It's just one game, and you've got their full attention.
Henson, the Stars with the rebound. 1:12 left in the first quarter of the game.
But you look at John Henson, junior out of North Carolina. He's got that long, lanky 6'10 frame. Great rebounder and shot blocker. He's going to have to put some weight on. He only weighs about 220 pounds. But his defensive ability is what's really intriguing. Those long arms could cause nightmares for the offensive player.
Here's Harkless. And again, it's the Elites with a 3. So it's the Stars now. 4-point game. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Beal dishes to Rivers. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Feeds it to Kid Gilchrist. Clock at 6. Here's Beal. He kicks to Rivers. To the middle. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Rivers. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Will it go? Count that one. Rivers has got 5 points so far. Here's Waiters. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. To the inside. Here's Harkless. The layup missed. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Elites lead by 1. And back. Welcome back as we get set to continue with the second quarter of the Rookie Showcase.
In this game, really a glimpse ahead at the exciting young players who hope to make a big splash this coming season.
Well, they're off to a nice start here, Clark, showing the gifts and talents that have made them so coveted by NBA teams.
On the court for the Stars, Myers Leonard is out there with Tyler Zeller. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Lillard in at the 1 spot.
And he's managing to do what everyone hopes to do, and that's really demonstrate his talent.
Yeah, it's been a good showing for him. A lot of pressure in a game like this, but it seems to have brought out the best in him.
Waiters with the ball. Here's the bulldozer. The shot no good. Now here's Kidd-Gilchrist. He's guarded by Davis. Gets it to go. And it's a 3-point Stars lead.
Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And he throws it down with one hand.
2 hands for safety, 1 hand if you want major elevation.
That's right. That's right.
You know you can get up higher with 1 hand. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It really is true. I mean, you can extend better with 1.
Well, whatever he did, whatever it was, it definitely worked, Clark.
How about the nice, exquisite timing on that alley-oop? Well done.
Yeah, 2 teammates in total sync right there. You're right, Clark.
Very harmonic.
Oh, man, it was beautiful. The pass was delivered right to the hoop. Set up that jam.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Elites have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And so he hits the technical free throw. And the Elites with some changes. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now here's Rivers. He has 7. The pass to Lillard. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter.
This is exactly what you'd expect from a player of his caliber.
No, he's putting these scouts on notice. I mean, he's for real. There's no question about that.
Here's the bulldozer. 12 points for him. Teardrop shot. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Rivers. That's good. Rivers has got 9.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
And you know, there was a time when it might have been hard to get all the top prospects in one gym together to go head-to-head.
Yeah, fortunately, those days are in the past. And for those of us who love the game, it's really such a treat to see these young players come out and compete.
Here's Lillard. And that one's good. He's got 10.
Well, I'm excited to watch Damian Lillard, the explosive rookie point guard out of Weber State. You know, his stock quickly rose last season as he upped his scoring to almost 25 points per game, leading the country. Scouts consider him the best point guard prospect in the draft.
Now Rivers. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Lillard. From the wing. Offensive rebound. Zeller gets it to go. Zeller's got 8 points.
You know, I think he's opened some eyes with his performance out here.
Yeah, not one of the really big names here, but I think he's playing well.
And Lillard's shooting ability, guys, will be highlighted in workouts. I mean, I think in a game like this, he'll try to make plays for others and show how he can run a team. And that's been the question mark for him. They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Down low. Shot's good by Waiters. Waiters got 4 points now in the quarter.
Looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
And the Elites with some changes. Harkless comes in for Henson. And it's Ross in for Waiters. Here's Lillard. He's got 10. They set the screen. Pass to Rivers. But 3. Oh, trying for it. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. The Elites take possession. And the Elites making a change here. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Stars. They lead by 7. And we now return to the Rookie Showcase. And plenty of scouts and GMs still in attendance for the second half.
And, you know, never too late for these young prospects to make a great first impression.
Yeah, it's still time to show them something, open some eyes, and, you know, that's what they're here to do.
And the Stars leading by 7. The Bulldozer, he's in at point guard. Anthony Davis is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Ross in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for the Elites. Here's Lillard. And out of bounds as the Elites gain possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
And so here are the Elites trailing by 5. He feeds it to Ross. Here's the Bulldozer. Tipped away. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
13 seconds on the shot.
13. Here is Ross. 6 to shoot. Inside. Goes right up. And it's blocked.
You know, he seems a little further along defensively than I expected.
And, you know, rookies who can defend are a very rare commodity. This is impressive.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. The dish to Barnes. Here's the screen. Blocked.
Really strong performance by them so far in the glass.
You know, the lead they have in the rebounding category is also part of the reason they're on top on the scoreboard as well.
The Elites trail by 7. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
They grab their own miss. And Drummond throws it down.
How's that for an encore after the offensive board?
That's the only way he knows how to do it. Monster stuff.
Oh, he makes life miserable down around the paint for anybody who's trying to box him out.
He dishes it to Barnes. Dishes it to Drummond. He passes it to Ross. Barnes. Shoots over Kid Gilchrist. And that one's good. Barnes has got 6.
And playing in front of all these scouts, there's some pressure to that.
But for most of these players, they're accustomed to the spotlight. I mean, they've been doing this for much of their young lives.
Kid Gilchrist sends the pick for Lillard. That is good. He's got 14.
A beautiful finesse move right there. I mean, you've got to love that finger roll finish.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's the Bulldozer. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, coming out of North Carolina, senior Tyler Zeller, a skilled and mobile 7-footer, can really run the floor. You know, he's not an explosive athlete, but he's active. And as he continues to add strength, I think this young guy has a chance to be a very good starting center in the NBA.
Here's the bulldozer, and a strong finish with two hands.
And check out your point guard showing you major bounce above the rim.
How about this? The smaller the player, the bigger the highlight.
I love that.
And that was a highlight. Terrific finish.
And here is Beal. He's got 16. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down. And the Stars lead by 7. Rivers with it. He's got 9. Kicks it to Lillard. Gets it to go. And it's a 6-point Stars lead. Well, going back to Zeller and his draft prospects, size does have a way of rising around draft day.
And you factor in his talent along with the size and his ability to run the floor. You can see how he's valued is well warranted. I mean, he's got a high skill level. He can shoot it. He's an excellent free throw shooter. It's hard to find quality 7-footers, and if you can get one, you usually can find good use for him. You got to love the way he's competing out there, making believers out of these team reps.
Well, and going back to his draft stock, I mean, he might be a guy who climbs up a bit come draft day.
Here's Beal. Goes straight up. The shot is off. The elites go the other way with it. To the paint. It's tipped. Waiters with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And that one's good. Now just a 2-point Stars lead. Rivers kicks to Lillard. .149 left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He's got 10. The drop step. That one goes. Count. Kid Gilchrist has got 12 in the game.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
Here's the bulldozer, and it's rejected.
He's trying to get it going from outside.
And Lillard kicks to Kid Gilchrist.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
Now the feed to Drummond. Good look. Rebound the Stars. Kid Gilchrist has got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know, and the work he's been doing on the backboard, that's something to see.
And especially against this competition. I mean, he's showing he can bang down low.
Feeds it to Ross. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And Drummond throws it down.
He's short for the center position, but he makes up for it with tremendous leaping ability.
Lillard the pass to Beal. Beal gets a screen from Zeller. And Beal kicks to Rivers. Drills the three-pointer. Rivers has got 12 in the game.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Here's Davis. Rebound the Stars. Kid Gilchrist has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Yeah, big margin for them in the rebounding department. They've completely dominated the boards here.
Beal can't get it to go. It could go. Good!
That builds a little momentum going into the next quarter.
Yeah, you know, you definitely have to make sure you take advantage of that last possession. You don't want to squander that.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
Hey guys, well, it was the stretch by the Stars that garners the uncontainable game today. It was their defense that led the way for them back in that first quarter as they were getting hands up and bothering all kinds of shots. One more quarter of that, and the game is theirs.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the run Doris mentioned, guys, that was really a huge game changer here.
No question, Kevin. Probably the pivotal moment in the game so far, and I thought that really set the tone.
You know, one of the things that was interesting.
The Bulldozer, he's checked in for the Elites. And the Stars leading by 4.
In this game, for the players, an exciting moment.
That's right, Clark. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't get a lot of attention outside this gym, but for these young men, the importance of these games, absolutely enormous.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Stars. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Thomas Robinson. Then it's Tyler Zeller. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Lillard in at the point. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. Rebound by Marshall.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Drummond with it. And Zeller picks him up defensively. That's good. Marshall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Kidd-Gilchrist, the Elites pull it in. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Kidd-Gilchrist.
Man, they have a huge advantage in points in the paint. Look at that.
Oh, and this defense is getting pushed around a bit too much for my liking. They're just not competing at a high enough level here.
He kicks it to Barnes. Unloads from 13. And the jumper is good.
Well, he's an assassin from three-point range, guys. That's the first thing people talk about when his name comes up.
Yeah, he really has a feathery touch from out there. Really soft and sweet. His consistency in shooting the ball is just amazing. Release point, trajectory, everything right where it needs to be.
Baseline try. Robinson misses.
He had a defender draped all over him. Not really the best shot there.
Well, not the shot you hope for when it's well contested like that.
Here's the Bulldozer. And it's all evened up. The Bulldozers got 20.
How about that? They finally tie it up.
Can they continue this momentum, guys? We'll see.
Lillard dishes to Beal. The pass to Kidd-Gilchrist. Leads him in there. Now Marshall. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's the Bulldozer. Here's Barnes. Shot is blocked. Here's the break. Lillard, the pass to Zeller. And stolen by Drummond. Here's the break to the middle.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
And the serious dunk to finish it off.
Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You got to just shake your head on that one.
Lillard with it. Passes it to Beal. To the inside. Robinson. A beautiful reverse layup.
Like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Elites coach as he addressed his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Here's Barnes. Rebound the Stars. Zeller's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And Lillard kicks to Beal. Shoots from the baseline. And yes, sir, that one drops. Beal's got 20.
My goodness, he's knocking down everything he looks at.
And here is Marshall. And Davis throws it down.
I'm not sure if any play is going to top that one.
Maybe the only play that could beat it is another alley-oop jam.
Yep.
Even then, it'd be hard to execute it any better than that one.
Lillard dishes to Beal. Pass to Robinson. Over Davis. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist from Beal. Beal's got 5 assists in the game. Here's the bulldozer. Crops the inside leaner. He's got 22.
Attacking the paint again and again.
You know, they're getting whatever they want. I mean, 8 straight points coming inside.
The Elite's making a switch here. Ross is checked in. And here's the Stars. Zeller setting the pick for Lillard.
And it's great to see all the best and the brightest young prospects in one place, going at it 5-on-5.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really gather from shooting drills and running through cones. Nothing beats the real thing, that's for sure.
Here's the bulldozer, guarded by Robinson. He feeds it to Davis, and that one's good. Davis has got 21 in the game.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some point, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen. Their free throw attempts are down this half, probably because they're settling for that outside shot too much.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little complacent with their shot selection, Clark. A little lazy on offense. Got to be aggressive and attack the rim.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
The Stars trailing. Beal with it. There's the dish to Lillard. Up with it. And that is good. 22 points for him.
Tell you what, it has been all offense all game long.
You know what? This is really fun to watch, guys. I mean, as a coach, though, this is when you want to just harness this energy and bottle it up and ride it all the way.
A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. Clock at 4. Dishes to Drummond. Over Zeller. The Elites again can't hit it. He dishes it to Beal. He passes to Lillard. For the 3. No good. The Elites go the other way with it. Here's the bulldozer. This one for 3. Good. The bulldozer's got 25 points in the game.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
.109 left in the fourth. And Beal kicks to Robinson. Kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The feed now to Beal. Feeds to Lillard. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Big-time shot.
Really clutch.
Here's the bulldozer. 43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. He kicks it to Drummond. Here's the bulldozer. Count it!
You let him get to the rim, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You deserve that.
He's more than capable, you're right, Clark, of providing some great highlight reel material.
Yes, sir. And for a point guard to finish like that, I mean, that is just special.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Two-possession game now, so strategically everything changes a little bit. Those were very important foul shots.
Now here's Zeller. He's guarded closely. And the pass to Lillard. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's one of the toughest shots in basketball, Kevin. It's so tricky to get the soft touch and the accuracy when you're flying to the basket.
Yeah, no question, the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
The Stars making a switch here. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
That's how you finish it off. Knock them all down and chalk up the W.
Here's Rivers. Passes to Lenny. It's in! Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
Yeah, nothing you can do as a fan after a shot like that. Just shake your head.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
At the line for two.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. From half court, oh, no good. So the Elites win it.
Well, it was a fun one, but the Elites just had the better day. I mean, they'll have a little bit of bragging rights here over the Stars as the draft nears closer.
And although this isn't a league game, you can tell each player out there wanted to win. I mean, no question about it, this was a competitive affair.
And there was no shortage of action on either side of the ball. Thanks for joining us for this broadcast of the NBA Rookie Showcase. I'm Kevin Harlan for Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. We'll see you next time.
Hello, I'm the general manager for the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'd like to thank you for meeting with us. We have a pair of picks in the lottery at the 6th and 11th slots and would like to ask you a few questions. Aside from a few veterans, this is a very young team. We're bringing in a lot of young talent this offseason, and it won't be easy to get this team back into the playoffs immediately. Are you willing to take your lumps as a team in order to grow as a core along with all the other young talent the Blazers have?
Man, I appreciate your candidness in telling me that it won't be all roses in the rose garden right off the bat. I'll give you the same respect and tell you flat out, I want to win immediately. Not next year, not the year after, right now. I just don't think I can handle all that losing and don't see myself as a fit with the Blazer.
Let's see, one more question, if you don't mind. This question is a tough one to ask, as there really isn't a right or wrong answer. Over the last couple of years, we've had entire seasons washed out by insurmountable injuries. As a franchise, we're becoming more conscious on injury histories and what that means for our draft picks. What can you tell us about your injury history, and more importantly, your ability to play through pain?
I've had some twists and sprains on my way to the top. Who hasn't? The important thing is that I never let it jeopardize my career. I've seen the injuries you've had to guys like Odin and B. Roy. Those guys tried to rush back too quick, and look where they are now. I'll never let that happen to me, regardless of what any team doctor tells me.
I appreciate your honesty answering my questions. Best of luck to you in the draft. Good performance tonight out there. As the GM of the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'd like to thank you for taking a moment to answer some questions for us. We have the 4th overall pick, as well as the 24th overall, and are considering using one of those selections on you. I really think the first piece to getting the Cavs franchise back on track is to find and develop our backcourt of the future. We think we have a great floor leader with Kyrie Irving coming to us last year. We think you have the talents to be a great player in the NBA, though, and are looking to take the best talent available regardless of position. How do you think your skills match up with Kyrie's if you were to join him in our backcourt?
Honestly, I think Kyrie is a great player and all, but you already have a guy to build around in him. I feel like if I came to Cleveland, I'd just be groomed into being his, little sidekick or something. That might be okay for some people, but I'd like to be the guy at some point, and I'm sorry, but that's just how it is.
Interesting. Next question. As a younger team, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you that you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets. We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
Yeah, I'll keep this short and sweet. All I do is win, but I don't really see that opportunity right now in Cleveland. Sorry, I'm just not interested in losing.
Well, that didn't go quite as I expected. We'll see you at the draft.
Nice performance out there. I'm the GM for the Golden State Warriors. We have the 7th overall pick as well as the 30th pick in this draft and are considering using one of those picks to select you. First, we'd like to get to know you a little better with some questions. We feel like we already have some great young guards on our roster in Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. Where do you see yourself fitting in with those guys?
Look, straight up, I'm not really a fit with your current roster. You guys already have some nice guards, guys that would cut into my playing time. I'd rather go to a place where my talents would be used best, and I'm sorry, but that's just not with the Warriors.
All right then, one more. Being in the NBA brings a lot of responsibilities, and some people just aren't ready for it, if you know what I mean. What are your plans once you get that first paycheck?
I'm going to take care of my boys, man. They've always been there for me, and me for them. We're like a band of brothers, man. Hey, you want a car? Done. New watch? Done deal, homie. Those guys are like my brothers. That's just how we do, you know?
Well, I can see that we are not a match, unfortunately. Good luck to you on draft night.
Good evening and welcome to the 2012 NBA Draft. Tonight marks the realization of a dream for some of the best young players in the world, a reward for their many years of dedication and hard work. It's also a time of extraordinary hope and excitement for our fans and our teams. I know the young men hoping to hear their names called tonight just can't wait to join the NBA family. So let's get started. With the first pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Hornets select Anthony Davis from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Bobcats select Michael Kidd Gilchrist from the University of Kentucky. With the third pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Bradley Beal from the University of Florida. With the fourth pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Dion Waiters from Syracuse University. With the fifth pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Thomas Robinson from the University of Kansas. With the sixth pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Damian Lillard from Weber State University. With the seventh pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Harrison Barnes from the University of North Carolina. With the 8th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Terrence Ross from the University of Washington. With the 9th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Andre Drummond from the University of Connecticut. With the 10th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Hornets select Austin Rivers from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Myers Leonard from the University of Illinois. With the 12th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Jeremy Lamb from the University of Connecticut. With the 13th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Kendall Marshall from the University of North Carolina. With the 14th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select John Henson from the University of North Carolina. With the 15th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Mo Harkless from St. John's University. With the 16th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Royce White from Iowa State University. With the 17th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Tyler Zeller from the University of North Carolina. With the 18th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Terrence Jones from the University of Kentucky. With the 19th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Andrew Nicholson from St. Bonaventure University. With the 20th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Evan Fournier from France. With the 21st pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Jared Sullinger from The Ohio State University. With the 22nd pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Fab Melo from Syracuse University. With the 23rd pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select John Jenkins from Vanderbilt University. With the 24th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Jared Cunningham from Oregon State. With the 25th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Tony Roten from the University of Washington. With the 26th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Plumlee from Duke University. With the 27th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Annette Moultrie from Mississippi State University. With the 28th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select the 20-year-old point guard from Turkey,